Yeah, all's good.
อนุโมทนา
Anumotana,
everyone
everyone who's watching right now. We see two people, but that's okay. We understand that you guys are busy today. So um hopefully you can come back and watch this video and get something useful out of it. But let's begin.
yeah sure
มหา
มหา
พิ
พิวาทะ
วาทะ
พุทธ
พุทธว
วจนะ
จนะ
จตุ
จตุร
ราสี
สี
ติธรรม
ติธรรม
ขันธา
ขันธา
ส
สหัสสา
หัสสานิ
นิ
วี
วี
สติอ
สติอ
ริยมร
ริยมรรค
รคะ
วีส
สติ
ติ
สามัญญพละ
เอ
เอกา
กานิ
นิพานะ
พานะ
อิ
ขิ
คิปา
ปาพิญ
พิญญา
ญาโดย
โดยเฉี
เฉียบพลั
ยบพลัน
นในประวั
ในประวัติ
ติการนี้
การนี้เทิน
โย
โย
โว
โว
อา
อา
นั
นันทม
นทม
ยา
ยา
ธรรมโม
ธรรมโม
จะ
จะ
วินโยจะ
จะ
เท
เท
สิโต
สิโต
ปั
ปัญ
ญญา
ญาโต
โตโส
โส
โห
โห
มะมะ
มะ
จะ
จะ
เย
เย
นะ
นะ
สั
สัท
ทธา
ธา
โย
โย
โว
โว
อา
อา
นันท
นันทม
มยา
ยาธรรมโม
ธรรมโมจะ
จะ
วินโย
วินโย
จะ
จะ
เท
เท
สิโต
สิโต
ปั
ปัญ
ญญาโต
ญาโต
โส
โส
โห
โห
มะ
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 จะ
จะเย
เยนะ
นะ
สัทธา
สัทธา
โย
โย
โว
โว
อา
อา
นั
นั
นทม
นทม
ยา
ยา
ธรรมโม
ธรรมโม
จะ
จะวินโย
วินโยจะ
จะ
เท
เท
สิโต
สิโต
ปั
ปัญ
ญญาโต
ญาโต
โส
โส
โห
โห
มะ
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 จะ
จะ
เย
เย
นะ
นะ
สัทธา
สัทธา
พุทธ
พุทธวจ
วจนะ
นะ
จตุ
จตุรา
ราสีติ
สีติธรรม
ธรรมขันธา
ขันธาส
สหัสสา
หัสสา
นิ
นิ
คือป
คือปร
รมัตถา
มัตถา
นุตตร
นุตตร
สัมมา
สัมมาสั
สัมโพ
มโพ
ธิ
ธิ
สมณ
สมณ
โคตมะ
โคตมะ
ปัญ
ปัญญา
ญาธิกะ
ธิกะ
นะโม
นะโม
ตั
ตั
สสะ
สสะ
ภะ
ภะ
คะวะโต
คะวะโต
อะ
อะระหะโต
ระหะโตสั
สัมมา
มมาสั
สัมพุทธัสสะ
มพุทธัสสะม
มหา
หาพิวา
ภิวา
ทะ
ทะ
ปรมัต
ปรมัตถา
ถานุตต
นุตตร
รสัมมา
สัมมา
สัมโพ
สัมโพ
ธิ
ธิ
ปัญ
ปัญญาธิ
ญาธิกะ
กะทรง
ทรงบำ
บำเพ็ญม
เพ็ญมหา
หาปาร
ปารมี
มี
20
20
อ
อสังไข
สังไขยะ
ยะกำไร
กำไรแส
แสนกัป
นกัปปะ
ปะ
ทรงพบปรมัตถานุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิ512,028ปัญญาธิกะพุทธะด้วยเสียงกล้าว
นะโม
นะโม
ตั
ตัสสะ
สสะภะ
ภะคะวะโต
คะวะโต
อะระหะโต
อะระหะโต
สั
สัมมา
มมาสั
สัมพุทธั
มพุทธั
สสะ
สสะ
มหา
มหา
ภิวา
ภิวาทะ
ทะ
ปร
ปรมั
มัตถา
ตถานุ
นุตตร
ตตรสัม
สัมมา
มาสัมโพ
สัมโพธิ
ธิศรั
สั
ทธาธิ
ทธาธิกะ
กะท
ทรง
รงบำ
บำเพ็ญม
เพ็ญมหา
หาปาร
ปารมี
มี
สี่
40
สิบอ
อสั
สังไข
งไขยะ
ยะกำไร
กำไรแส
แสน
นกัปปะ
กัปปะ
ทรงพบปรมัตถาอนุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิ1,24,055สัทธาธิกะพุทธะด้วยเสียงกล้าว
นะโม
นะโม
ตัสสะ
ตัสสะภะ
ภะคะวะโต
คะวะโต
อะระหะโต
อะระหะโต
สัมมา
สัมมาสั
สัมพุทธัสสะ
มพุทธัสสะม
มหา
หาภิ
ภิวา
วาทะ
ทะปร
ปรมัตถา
มัตถา
อนุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิ
วิ
วิริยา
ริยาธิ
ธิกะ
กะท
ทรง
รงบำ
บำเพ็ญม
เพ็ญมหา
หาปาร
ปารมี
มี
80
80
อ
อสั
สัง
งไขยะ
ไขยะกำ
กำไร
ไรแส
แสนกัปปะ
นกัปปะ
ทรงพบปรมัตถาอนุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิ248,109วิริยาธิกะพุทธะด้วยเสียงกล้าว
We pay respect and Anumotana to Tipitaka Dhammacarya Dhammavata Theravada Phalapoti Suchat Nak on วิส
ส
ติ
ติ
อ
อ
ริ
ริ
ย
ย
ม
ม
ร
ร
ร
ร
ค
คะ
วิส
สติ
ติสา
สามัญญ
มัญญพ
พ
ละ
ละ
เอ
เอก
า
า
นิ
นิ
พพา
พา
นา
นา
คิ
คิ
ปา
ปา
พิ
พิ
ญ
ญ
ญา
ญา
โด
โด
ย
ย
เฉี
เฉี
ย
ย
บบ พลั
พลั
น
น
ใน
ใน
ป
ประ ระ
วั
วั
ติ
ติ
กา
การ ร
นี้
นี้
เถิ
เทิ
ด
น
Now we pay respect to Buddha Jatuparisa. They are Arya Pukala.
in
We
the
also
boundary of the
Buddha Sasana. And also we pay respect to Angkakuna Arya Dhamma Sotapanna and also Pachara Bodhidhamma Sotapanna.
สุปฏิปันโน
Supatipanno,
สุปฏิปันโน
Supatipanno,
สุปฏิปันโน
Supatipanno. And Motana, everyone. Um, yeah, so hope you're enjoying your day. Um,
And today let's review
yeah,
on the Dhamma or the approach of the Dhamma that Ajahn have already taught us, but we just picked some particular topic to have a review. And of course, today is another day to review. And this will be in English version.
yeah.
Yeah, by us.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, yeah. Introduce ourselves,
Yeah.
right? So, a lot of you probably know me. My name is Ben, but since I've been ordained, let's use the Dhamma Vinaya name or Chaya. So my Chaya is Panita Parami Yana Vivata Tavi Patimokkha Tipitaka Mahinta Sankamita Dhammapala Theravada Palapoti Pantita.
For me, I also got ordination as the Sikhamana many years ago. So my chaya is Passara Brahmayana Vivata Mahinta Sankamita Dhammapala Theravada Pala Poti Pantita.
And today we are your Dhammacharyas, Dhamma teachers or hosts. And as you can probably already see on your screen, the topic for today is about Miccha Titi. So understanding Miccha Titi, overcoming the biggest hurdle in attaining Lokuttara. So why do we want to attain Lokuttara? Well, it's very simple. We don't want to go to hell, right? We don't.
Yeah, we want to end the cycle.
Yeah, we want to end the cycles and close any loopholes that we can fall into
Apaya
apaya bhumis. 4, that's
is going to take long time
yeah,
if you've been there. So it's better to know that if we aim for Dhamma and you didn't aim to be like Bodhisatta or you don't aim to be in the Bodhiyana. So in that it's another process, right? But we would like to attend Nibbana as soon as possible, like we keep Pinya, so we don't have to path like go to that path.
and you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we born as human? What's the purpose of being born as humans?
Of course, if we as we Sikadhamma, right, we born as a human in order to attain Lokuttara as
Exactly.
soon as possible.
Yeah, we want to attain Magga, Mphala, and Nibbana. That's the whole reason why we're here. And the first step in attaining Lokuttara is we have to understand the way, the path, or the road to Sotapanna. And of course, Agusala, because we still need Agusala in order to attain the very beginner level of Lokuttara, right? Sotapanna, we have to eliminate quite a few Agusala. All right, so here's an important note, a disclaimer. The Dhamma that is presented in this session is quite simple and has a bit of not a bit, quite a lot of translation also today. So these are not considered gambhira or profound. Therefore, one must continue to study Dhamma diligently. Otherwise, it may lead to Mahatapa Niraya, or the seventh pit in hell, as it results in Miccha Titi, which is what we're going to discuss today, or the wrong view in accordance with the Buddha's teachings. If any part of this presentation contradicts the 84,000 Dhammakaya teachings, please refer solely to the 84,000 Dhammakaya as the standard.
Yes, because the translation for our understanding might not be 100% correct, but it's good enough for you to pave the foundation to the other like profound Dhamma. So in the beginning, of course, it's not we cannot go into the details of every single one of them, but at least you can see the main concept and the language that we are using. Of course, is just to represent in some particular topic, but it's not everything, because once you learn Dhamma, everything the more profound, the more example we have to change over time. So let's see, when we explain in terms of the concept, in terms of whatever that it's understandable for that particular topic. But the real meaning, so you have to go back and check at the Tipitaka anyways.
So that's the meaning of Gambhira. You always have to investigate further. So don't be attached to any teaching for a particular time.
Yes.
Always be open-minded to sikha or learn more.
Yes.
All right, so these are the 4 people. So as part of Buddha Jatuparisa, our responsibilities are to have the proper understanding of the Buddha's teaching, and we must also be able to accurately present the 84,000 Dhammakaya as we are trying today. And also, we must be able to correct any misunderstandings or criticisms that is taking place towards the teachings of the Buddha.
Of course.
All right. So this slide here, actually, it looks simple, but actually it's very
detailed.
detailed
From
and complex.
At the beginning of the month, right? We went to, actually it's on March, right? The latest Sikadhamma we attend.
Yeah, last month.
Yeah, last month. So we kind of put everything to the big picture about the path to the Paramattha, right? There are many terms, and of course, somebody still mix or confused about the steps. So
Mhm.
Ben going to explain why you know only Sutanta. Learning Sutanta is good, but Sutanta without Abhidhamma, you can go to the wrong way because there's no purpose of going to the right path, right? So that's why Ajahn keeps saying that Sutanta is good as long as you know that where is the end goal of learning Sutanta, right? The end goal is that you need to know Abhidhamma because you see how Abhidhamma can take you to Nibbana. But about Sutanta itself, of course, people could understand it in different ways, different discussion, right? And in a different understanding.
Right.
But the path that we would like to go, we would like to make sure that every Sutanta you understand is go to the right way.
Yeah.
And
So,
this is how we're going to explain the big picture.
because today we're going to talk a lot about Sutanta, and Sutanta is important actually. Whatever the Buddha taught before, during his lifetime to his disciples or Putasawaka, everything was in Sutanta. Basically, it seems like an ordinary language, kind of like Thai language, but back then the Buddha used Magathi.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so in today's terms, it sounds kind of like translations. But since Buddha Savakas or the Buddha's disciples, they were made differently. They were made differently from us. So us, we're just ordinary beings. We did not have a lot of background in Abhidhamma. We do have a bit. That's why we're still Sikha to these days. But the Buddha's disciples back then, they had already a solid foundation in Abhidhamma. So whatever Suttanta that was fed to them by the Buddha automatically links to their previous lives foundation of Abhidhamma, particularly Paramattha, right?
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to talk a lot about Suttanta. And Suttanta is important.
Yes.
And since we're
Because
talking
we are
about,
all Sutanta,
yeah,
right?
we're all Suttanta. We listen to Suttanta because we are all Suttanta.
Sutanta. Mm-hmm.
And so today we're going to talk about Miccha And there are 62 Miccha types or viewpoints, which if we just look at the Magathi, we might not be able to understand. But today we're going to be looking at the translations. But like we already disclaimed earlier, you must not be attached to the translations. Always link back to Abhidhamma, especially Paramattha. So this is the process of creation of the whole universe, of all the beings in this world, including ourselves. If you look at the scale here of the profundity of things, how how profound things are, there's the level 100 where Chitta and Cetasika reside. That's the most delicate layer that you can reach. And then there's the 99 level, which is the Rupa level. And also there's the 0 level, which is us. So basically, whatever that we can see or feel, that's level 0. So that's humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And animals, such as dogs, cats,
Mm-hmm.
giraffes, fish,
Our environment,
insects,
everything. Yes.
and also environments.
True.
The world, the sea, the soil, the fire, the water, the mountains,
Sun.
and even the universe, all the stars, the planets, the sun, the moon, everything. And also languages. We speak Thai. Some people
Speak
like
Hindi.
Sankamita, who's here, you speak Hindi. Some people speak Sinhalese, some people speak Spanish, whatever. Okay, these are languages. Magathi, that's the language too. So we are right here, and because in the past lives we had been programmed by avijja, and that's moha. So when we are born, we cannot piece things together, and we don't know how we were created. We only knew that we came from our parents, but nothing
Yes.
else. So the way that we understand and escape this cycle of reincarnation is to study or sikha the teachings of the Buddha. So the Buddha says that in order to reach Sotapanna or Lokuttara, one must understand Atita, which is past lives, Pachupana, which is now, the present life, and Anagata, which is the future. But if we only focus on the right now, let's say that we focus on Punyakiriya Wattu because it's a good thing, right? And it is a good thing,
Yes.
right? Such as Dana, Sila, Bhavana, etc. These are good things. However, if you only focus on Punyakiriya Wattu that you can do today,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to lead you to the future. Yes, if you collect enough punyakiriya vatu and you have solid foundation of past lives, you can be born as humans again, or you can be born as devas, or you can be born as rupa brahmas or arupa brahmas even. However, you cannot attain lokuttara, right? Today we're talking about how to escape from nirya completely, permanently. So, in order for us to reach Lokuttara, we must go back to the past. And what I mean to go back to the past is not to ride a time machine, but it is to understand the the process
Of Rupa.
of rupa. Actually, the whole process of how we came about. So the Buddha teaches very important thing about rupa is there's the foundation of rupa it is called rupa samutthana. Rupa samutthana is very important because this is where citta reside. So you have kamacharupa 18, citta charupa 15,
15.
utu charupa 13, and ahara charupa 12. And the latter three, Chitta Charupa, Utu Charupa, and Ahara Charupa, these are the three that we rely on to live our lives, right? But the thing that provides a foundation for us to be able to do things in the present life is Kamacharupa. And the reason is because Kamacharupa is the place where you can find Wattu, right? Wattu. So you have Jakku Wattu, Sota Wattu, Kana Wattu, Shiuha Wattu, Gaya Wattu, and most importantly, Hataya Wattu, as you can see in red and blue right here. All right. So because here there's Sota Patimaka as well. There are 107 chittas that reside inside or and as part of Hataya Wattu. All right. But it doesn't stop here. If you want to escape from Sota Patimaka, you must go beyond that. You must go to the past life of the past life, right? So you must understand that Rupa Samuttatthana or Punyakiriya Vattu, right? All the six Vattus that we discussed, Kusala Kammapatha, Akusala Kammapatha, Dana, Sila, Pavana, everything is part of Suttanta, which means that everything is a result. Everything is already a result, but we need to go to the causes, the roots,
Hetu.
which is, yeah, hetu, right? So we go back to the the center, right? The center of Sutanta, which is Dhamma 63,000 Dhammakanta. Now we're getting closer, right? From Punya Kiriya Vatu 10, we break it down to Kammapata. Kaya Kammapata 3, Vachi Kammapata 4, Mano Kammapata 3. Now we're getting closer. We must break down the Punya Kiriya Vatu 11, which has Kaya and Vachi as well, and Mano 9, right? That's 11. Break it further down into 23. We don't have the slides of this today, but that can be explained by other Tamachariyas. So we break it down to 23, and then we are
Just ready to
now
get in.
reverted to Abhidhamma. Everything that we are today as Suttanta and as humans or as universe came from Abhidhamma. But Abhidhamma has two. There's Panyati Dhamma and Paramata Dhamma. So we go back to Panyati, right? Panyati, there's Atta Panyati and Sattha Panyati. So, but that's still in the level 99. If you want to change things, right? If you want to be able to escape from Niraya, right, completely, you must go back to Paramata Dhamma in the level 100, right? But Panyati is important. The Buddha uses his language, which is Panyati, right? So that we are able to access Paramattha. Without Panyati, no one can access Paramattha Dhamma, right? But we must not be attached to Panyati. Whatever that we are learning, yes, it's important we know what things are called, but in the end, we must not be attached to all these things. But with the right understanding, we will automatically be able to reach Paramattha Dhamma. And Paramattha Dhamma, just so we know, came about from the originality. The originality, the origins of things is Parama. Right? Parama is just Chitta and Cetasika. But after the attack by Atta, right? With Atta, Parama interacts with Atta, results in Paramattha Dhamma. And with Paramattha Dhamma, there's Panyati. So now we have Rupa, and we have Panyati, and we have Abhidhamma, and we have Dhamma, and we have Suttanta, and we have Rupa Samudatthana, we have Hatayavatu, and then we have our bodies. We have animals, we have our universe. All right. So we can talk about this all day long. It's a very deep topic. But just so you know that Suttanta is important, we cannot neglect it, right? But don't be attached to the translations. Today we're going to have a lot of translations. Okay, so we can review about this later on. We have a lot of things to talk about today. This is Hataya Vatu. All right, Hataya Vatu. As you can see in red, the last one, okay, the first one is Tosa Mula Chitta 2. So you go all the way, but the last one is Sota Patimaka Chitta 5. This is where we want to go. All right. Rupa is important. We must have Rupa. Hatayavatu is Rupa. But like we said, if you only focus on what you can do now, Punyakiriyavatu, without having the understanding about past lives, you will go inside of this. There's 70 chittas in here.
You can see that actually Dhamma is good no matter you know it or not. If you are in the right place, the right time, and the right action, right? So you can make merit, or as you can see, punya. People say punya all the time, but the punya for Lokutara or the punya for the future life is all. It seems like from the beginning, it seems like from the surface level, it's the same, right? So people could judge, or people can feel like, okay, we are doing punya the same. But actually, for the one who would like to attend Lokuttara, the way or the path that we're going to go first, the first level enlightened
Mm-hmm.
is different from the people who making punya for the future. So that's why during many years, uh, 30 years already, like many people have been Sikkha
Mm-hmm.
So we know exactly that what Ajahn trying to say about making punya, kiriyawatu. You also have to understand there are two ways working together. So if you understand the path of the road of the past life and the road to from to Nibbana, so it's go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about this, how we could attend, or another thing is how could we define the titi.
Yeah, okay. So why are we talking about Titi? Because it's part of the journey to Sotapanna, right? In order to reach Sotapanna, there are many types of akusala that we must eliminate. We start with the most coarse one, which is akusala kamapata 10. So you have kaya kama tucharita 3. You have panatipata, atinatana, kame sumichachara. And then we have vachikama tucharita, we have musawata, right? And manokama tucharita is michatiti, right? Our topic today. But you will see michatiti actually is
Played a big part.
present. Yeah, it's present in throughout all levels of akusala, right? You can see the next one, akusala sankaha 9. You have titasawa, that's titi. Titoka, that's titi. Titi yoka, that's titi. All right, silapata parama sakaya titi, that's titi. Right, itang sacha biniwe sakaya kanta, that's titi as well. Titupatana, that's titi. Okay. Then you have Titanusaya, that's titi as well. Titi sanyoshana, right? That's titi. Silapata paramasa sanyoshana, that's titi as well. And then with titi kilesa, titi, a lot of titi, right? And then there's all types of titi right here. Just all we have to eliminate everything here. Everything's everything in red and everything inside of this small chart here.
So the other terms of this level, when you say the word eliminate, mean pahana, right?
Yeah, bahana is the proper term. So Michatiti, there's Sakaya Titi 20, and that has to do with Kanta 5, Panchakanta, Rupa Kanta, Vedana Kanta, Sanya Kanta, Sankara Kanta, and Vijnana Kanta. Not to eliminate these kantas, okay? We still need these kantas in order to reach Anupa Tisesa Nipan. We still need it, okay? But to eliminate Titi that resides in these um, uh, kantas. All right. And then titis, we have niyata micha titi 3. So we have a hetuka. The first one is a hetuka titi, which is the false belief that there is no cause.
Everything just happened right
Yeah,
away.
everything happens by itself. Actually, a lot of people in this world believes this. They believe that things just happen by themselves,
It just
and
happen unexplainable. It's just by nature.
yeah, it's the nature. That's what they claim. And then there's the I think the second one is actually Natika, right? Not sure. Yeah. Anyway, it's either Agiriyatiti or Natikatiti. Agiriyatiti is basically your actions result in nothing. So there's no punya, no papa. And the last one, Natika Titi. Nati means no or none. So you have no consequences. It's the false belief that whatever you do has no consequences. So after your death, there's no heaven or hell.
Everything
Right.
set back to zero.
Right. And then there's TT 62 from Pramajala Suttang. All right, and then we get to the level here, akusala cetasika level. There are 5 cetasikas to be pahana or eliminated. That's titi cetasika. And then you have itsa cetasika, macharya cetasika. And then you have vichikicha cetasika, right? And then the kusala chitta 12, there are 5 chittas that will be eliminated as part of Sotapati Makha. So you have Lopamula Chitta, Titi Kata Sampayut, Lopamula Chitta 4. And you also have Vichikicha Moha Mula Chitta 1. I think Sankamita, you have a pretty solid foundation, right? But if you want the slides, we can provide the slides after the class. But now, let's talk about Titi, Micha Titi. Right. So again, don't be attached to translation. Keep Zikaya, right? Keep pursuing Kambira. All right. So I'll let Mickey do this one. You want to do this?
No. Oh, I'm kidding. So, okay. We are when we talk about the Miccha Titi, right? And things about Titi, there are two main types, right? The first one, it's all about the Sakaya Titi. It's all about Kanta 5. And actually, people are focusing a lot on Miccha Titi 62. So it's called Tawa Sati Miccha Titi, right? Tawa Sati means 62. Titi, Miccha Titi, it's Miccha Titi. So people, mostly we always understand that Titi. So for in Thai means ถือตัวถูตน means you have ego, right? Egotistic. You believe and you don't want to change. So that is the translation of Titi as explained in Thai. But actually Titi for the language of Buddha, you could see that actually they played the very, very big part on road to Sotapanna. And road to Sotapanna, why it's so difficult? It's the most difficult because of the titi, right? Because of Sankhaha, Akuson Sankhaha, you also need to pahana titi. There's a lot. And after that, of course, you got to understand what is the titi that people believe. Actually, we also have to check ourselves that whether we still believe or subconsciously still believe in this kind of titi. So actually, there are this is also sutanta, right? But this sutanta, it's reflect. If you checked on the meaning of it, you can reflect on yourself as well. That you still accidentally believe in this or not.
Yeah. That's why we're doing a little bit of translations today, because not because we want to tell you that's the real meaning of it. No, but it serves as a reflection.
Yeah, just there's some checklist, we would say, some checklist that we still okay to sikkaya or not, or if you still believe in that, sikha more profound, so you understand everything.
So let's run through
Yeah, let's
these.
run through. In Michatiti, there are, okay, just to make sure it's easier for every one of you. So there are two. We have Pupanta, right? Pupanta Kapika Titi 18. Pupanta in Thai, sorry to say in Thai, เขาเรียกความเห็นปรารภในเบื้องต้นมี18ประการ
I don't even know what that means in Thai.
Yeah มันมีเบื้องต้น and อัปปรันตะปัปปิกะทิฏฐิเป็นเบื้องปลาย so we don't know why เบื้องต้นเบื้องปลาย but it's in the Suttanta นะ it's in Brahmacharya Sutta that it's about the Brahma something. I'm not really
Brahmacharya
sure.
Sutta
Yeah, it's about Samana Pram.
อ๋อ
มีลัทธิ like there are many cults
cults yeah
cults ก็คือลัทธินะคะ cults so the cults that they believe and actually cannot be explained by the Dhamma but
mm-hmm.
the titti means like they believe like having very strong belief on what they think on what they do so you can see this cult or titti leads to many activities
yeah
right
so I'll help you run through this
yes
the false beliefs or the cults okay um so there's sassata oh, sorry okay so Puppanta Kapika Tithi 18 consists of sassata Tithi 4 Ekacha Sassata Ekacha Asasata Tithi 4 Anta Nantika Tithi 4 Amara
เขปะ
Vikepika
วิเคปังวิเคปิกะทิฏ
Tithi
ฐิ
4 Atijja Samuppanika Tithi 2 and over on the right side for Aparantakapika Tithi 44 includes
สัญญีวาททิฏฐิ
Sanyi Vata Tithi 16 Asanyi Vata Tithi 8 Newa Sanyi
นาสัญญี
Na Sanyi Vata Tithi 8 Ucheta Tithi 7 and Tittha Dhamma Nibbana Vata Tithi 5
Okay, so you can see from this 62, they categorize into two groups. The first group is 18, the second group 44. And easiest one is each two of these, they subcategory, there are 5 equally. So it's easier.
Easy to remember.
Yeah, for you to remember.
Cool. Okay, so let's dive into it. First one.
First one, we have Jatu Satsata Tithi. When you hear the word Jatu Satsata, it's mean 4, right? So Satsata, roughly, we would say that's something very definite, something stay right there forever. So it's called eternal, right? The word eternal means it's right there forever.
Yeah.
So there are 4. So they believe that the atta, the self, right, is eternal. Yes.
Like that some people, some cult believes that the self and the world are eternal, meaning that they last forever. Because some people are really able to recall past lives, maybe between 1 to 500 past lives. So, and that's why they believe, oh, you know, everything is eternal. It's still there, even after, you know, even after 500 past lives, everything was there.
Because they could look through the past, but it's only like 1 to 100 lives. But there are more than that. So if you can see further than that, and you still see that, oh, everything's still eternal.
Yeah.
So you could see from the Jaran Dhamma, no? But they when you recite, you could see these 4 things, and you can see and you can recall your past life even further than the previous one, the number 1. So it could be like the 10 kappa.
Number 2 is like, yeah, in terms of kappa, which is like, oh wow, a long time, like unimaginable. So for some people who have past life jhana, they are able to recall many past lives throughout the many kappas, right? So
Yes.
that's why they concluded with the belief that, oh, everything's eternal, everything lasts forever, which in reality, no.
Because the power of that, when they look through the past, sometimes the power is not enough to see that actually everything could change.
Yeah.
But some people, or if they can recall 1 or 2 lives, the world's still there, right? The earth's still there. But actually, earth came from the past, and it's been accumulated many like a million, 10
Mm-hmm.
million, trillion years in order to become a world. But
Yeah.
if you can only go back to a bit of years, so you would conclude that it's eternal, which is not, right?
Okay.
So for the number
Number
3,
3 is for some people who can recall past lives even
further back,
further
further
back.
back.
So still they have the same belief. Number 4, for some people,
If they
they
cannot really
have
recall,
yeah they don't have the ability to recall past lives.
so they just guess.
No recollection. So yeah, basically they only speculate or guess with their imagination, which actually a lot of people right now have this.
Yeah,
So basically, in the first one here, sasata titti, they believe that everything lasts forever. Okay, let's move
true.
on. Number 2. Next one is ekacha tasata ekacha asasata titti.
So they basically they believe something is last forever and something's not. So it could be like two sides, something yes, something no.
Yeah, something
So
yes, something no, but still they still have a partial belief that something does last forever. Like for example, Brahmas are eternal, but those created by the gods or the Brahmas, they're not eternal because we can see every human on this earth, is born and dies, right? But the Brahmas, they still have an exception for that. Number 2, they have the belief that
Deva.
certain gods are eternal,
Yeah.
right? In Buddhism, we have no gods.
Yeah, we have Deva and Deva. This one we call like Hitta Patosika, right? This one, the number
Yeah.
2. Uh-huh.
But only some gods, some gods who indulge in pleasures and entertainment, they're not eternal, which is still wrong. Number 3, some people believe that some deities or devas are eternal.
Some is not.
But those who have bad behaviors,
Yes.
okay, they're not eternal because they express dosa or whatever.
Yeah, there's no standard. Yeah, there's no standard at all. If something good is eternal, something bad is not eternal.
Yeah.
So this one also
I
confusion.
suppose because humans, we're short-lived, and for some people who can see devas and deities or whatever they want to call, wow, these devas, they have such long lives, they must live forever, right? All right, so number 4,
Speculate
yeah,
again. So
only
they don't
speculate
know.
again.
Yeah, they don't know. Just guess by sense, by their own feelings, right?
And they say that the physical body is impermanent, but citta is eternal.
Yeah,
Right.
something still there, something
But
not
because
last
we use
long.
Karama, we know that citta has samanya lakkhana, right? What are they? The samanya lakkhana.
อนิจจลักษณะทุกขลักษณะอนัตตลักษณะ
Anyone who's here, if you guys want to jump in, feel free to do that. All right. So
Okay.
anyway, that's number 2.
Number 2.
Number 3,
Number 3.
antanantika
อันตานันติกะทิฏฐิ
tithi 4.
Mhm.
It's about the 4 views on whether the world has
Has-
an end. What is Jatuya? It's a typo.
อ๋อ
It's a typo.
Okay.
Um,
So somebody believes that world has its own boundaries, have ended, or some cults believe that it's no end, so it's keeping on forever.
Yeah.
Right. And the third one.
But
So
we know, okay, the first one, the world has an end, which is partially true, but it's not entirely true because the world ends and then it is recreated. All right. Number 2, there's the belief that the world has no end, which is untrue. Right. The world does get destroyed, whether by fire or by strong wind. Right.
We just not long, like our life is not long enough to
witness
see.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Next, the belief that the world has an end vertically, like top to bottom, but no end horizontally. Kind of like the flat earth theory or something.
Yeah. So there's the count from the quote from
Yeah.
the past, what they believe.
Yeah, strange.
Okay.
Number 4, the speculation based on their own reasoning and guesswork that the world neither has an end or lacks an end, trying to sound philosophical and
Yes, but actually it's because of we don't know exactly how
Exactly.
it's been created or how it's been end.
admit it, you don't know. All right, next one. Amara Wikepika Titi. So the 4 types of evasive views.
Can we say
avoiding-
that can we say that is they are not sure about anything and want to step back?
Yeah, yeah. So they are afraid of they avoid giving any clear answer. Saying
Ambiguous.
something like, "Oh, it's not this, not that, not anything at all." So what is it?
They always sway, right?
Yeah.
So cannot give the definite answer. First of all, because they actually don't know.
Basically, they don't know, right?
Mm.
Just trying to play with words. Number 2, they're afraid of becoming attached to any belief. They respond the same way by denying everything without taking a stance. But as Buddhists, as Theravada followers, we have evidence. We have something to back up our claims, right? Because we listen to the Buddha.
So some people number 2, some people afraid that if they having the standing point and people would hate them, so they're trying to be very compromised by saying, yeah, it could be sometime, it could not be sometimes, like that. So number 3,
Afraid of being challenged or questioned, right?
because they don't know how to
So
answer.
what do? They refuse to commit to any answer. Similar, yeah? So it's that, okay, some people ask, so is it this or this? Right? They won't give the answer, right? But we as Dhamma people, we can give definite answers based on, the Buddha's Dhamma.
Yes.
All right, the number 4, out of ignorance or confusion, these people deny everything and completely refuse to accept or affirm any viewpoint.
Because I don't want you to look at me and feel like, oh, maybe she doesn't know, she's stupid.
Yeah.
And that's why I have to make things very sophisticated by saying it could happen either way, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this guy right here. If he believed in all this, he's already parashik, right? If he was the Buddhist. And the last one in this category is Atitya Samupannika Titi 2. The views that claim things arise without a cause.
It just happened.
It just happens by itself.
Yeah, by nature. Cannot really explain.
Things arise on
as
their
to
own
why.
without any cause. Because they were once born as an
Asanyi.
asanyi
Satta.
satta without being
Conscious.
okay. Kind of weird translation, but basically, things happen by themselves, which is wrong.
It's very superficial.
We know about hetu, right? Lopa hetu, moha hetu, tosa hetu, moha hetu. Right.
Everything happened for a reason. But somebody, if they can't find it, they just very blunt by saying, oh, it just happened like that. Why should you care?
Yeah. And the last one, things arise by themselves without any cause or condition based on their reasoning and guesswork.
So it could happen, but they don't know the real cause, or
Some people,
they
some
haven't
scientists, they say that the universe came from the Big Bang, right? What if we investigate further? We ask them, so what created the Big Bang and what happened before the Big Bang and what happened before that? They wouldn't be able to answer, right?
Yeah, it
They
just
can only
happened like
speculate.
that. Yeah, it just happened like that. It's the nature.
It's the nature.
So they come back to the same answer.
You know, sometimes
round and
it's
round.
better to just admit that we don't know. As Dhammacharya Dhamma teachers, we admit that, we don't know everything,
We
right?
don't know everything. That's why
Otherwise,
we
we'd be
seek Dhamma.
enlightened. Otherwise, we wouldn't be humans anymore. All right, so that was the first category, Puppanta Kappika
Titti.
Titti. Okay, we have to um, manage the time. All right, last one is Aparanta Kappika Titti 44. So
เป็นความปรารภในเบื้องปลาย
the first
We don't
one,
know.
Sanyiwata Titti 16. 16
Mhm.
views about self or atta that has sanya or memories. These are translations. Right? First one is the atta, the self, has a physical form and lasts forever, has memory.
Number 2.
Yeah, it doesn't last forever. Okay, the self has no form, lasts forever, and has memory. But the atta, the self, right? We have rupa, so we have form, unless you are, arupa. But even arupa don't last forever, right? We don't last forever either. Next, the self atta may have form or be formless, but still last forever and has a memory. Well, we don't last forever. Number 4, the self is neither with form or formless, yet is eternal and has memory. It's neither. Oh, this one is neither. It's not form or not form. So what is it? Right? Weird. Next one, the self is limited or finite, eternal, and has memory. The self is finite. So we are only this. Okay. But actually we are not just this. Or the self is unlimited, eternal. Okay, we are not eternal. And we're not infinite. Next, the self is both limited and unlimited, eternal, and has no memory. Yeah.
So actually we refer to the previous one. So these are the details of the previous one, I guess, because it's all about like sway the language, have and don't have, and sometimes have, sometimes don't have.
Theories, philosophies
Yes.
come from all this. Okay. So neither limited or unlimited, yet eternal. No. Number 9, remembers only one fixed thing and is eternal. Number 10, remembers different things at different times and is eternal. So I guess, people can say that, we cannot multitask. Number 10, they said that, we can multitask. We can do many things. Number 9 is like, no, we can only do one thing. Right? But we know that Panchatvara Vachanachit allows us to do many things. But we also know that, Jaku Sota, Kana Shuhagaya, there are Intriya, right? They have their own
center.
Number 11, remembers very little. Number 12 has infinite memories. I wish, but no. 13 experiences only happiness, right? Like sukha, right? Which is not true because we go to hell. Actually, we're all tukha anyway. Tukha has
As long as
160.
we still in the watta, we have tukha.
Right. Experiences only suffering. If we sikharama, that's sukha. All right. Number 15 experiences both happiness and suffering and is eternal. But it's not eternal. It keeps changing. And 16 experiences neither happiness nor suffering, but we know that there's dukkha and sukha within us, right? So let's move on. Next one, asanyi watatiti 8. These are the views about permanent self or atta without memories. So first one, the self has a physical form, is eternal, but has no sanya. Sanya, is cetasika, right? But we know that every citta has sanya, cetasika. The self, atta, has no form and is eternal, has no memory or sanya. Okay. No form is arupa, but rupa, beings can be formed also. Number 3, the self is either with form or formless, eternal, but no memory. Yeah. Either or, just playing with words. Number 4, the self is neither with form nor
No
formless, yet eternal with no memory. Ooh, nothing's eternal. Number 5, the self is finite, eternal, and has no memory. The self is finite. It's not finite. It's not eternal.
It's not
And
eternal.
it does have memory. The self, atta, is finite, eternal, has no memory of sanya. Number 7, the self is both finite and infinite, is eternal with no memory. These people would just argue all day, no, it should be this, it should be that, because they don't listen to the Buddha. Number 8, the self or atta is neither finite or infinite, yet eternal with no memory. All right.
Confusing?
Yeah.
But this is what they have said before, and it doesn't go anywhere. You could see, you notice that the more they say, the more confusing, and they cannot give the right answer.
One thing about these people, these cults, never engage in a debate with them. It's pointless. It's pointless. It's a waste of time. Let's just focus on Sikharama and teach only to those who are willing to listen. That's it. Don't waste any time arguing. All right, this one is Neva Sanya. Sanya Nas.
Sanya, Sanyina, Sanyiwata
Tithi. The 8 views about a permanent self or atta that is neither with
not either
nor
way
without
around.
memory. Yeah.
Neither.
So this one, neither with memory nor without memory. Neither with memory nor without. Okay. But this one is formless. This one is form. This atta may be form or formless, yet eternal. The self is neither with form or formless, yet eternal. Number 5, the self atta is finite, eternal, neither with memory nor without memory. The self is infinite. This is headache.
But you could notice that there are 3 about Sanyiwata Tithi, right? There are 16, there are 8 and 8. So it's about Sanyiwata, Asanyiwata, and Neva Sanyina Sanyiwata. So these these 3 groups, okay, in general we call Uttha Makha Tapika. Meaning that this code always having the opinion about the condition when you die. So they are always discuss about, okay, when you die, so you exist or not, you see, you still remember or not. So it's all about that.
I see. Okay. Because they don't understand about paticca samuppada.
Yeah, so they focusing on like after we die, so what would happen?
Death.
Life after that. You still remember? You still existing?
So remember
If it's
your mom and
existing,
dad, your grandpa.
yeah, if it's existing, so it's in the form of formless. So it's go round and round like this.
Maybe we can have wings. We can fly.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Next one, Ucheta. Ucheta Tithi. The 7 views that the self or atta is destroyed at death. Annihilationist views.
Yeah. So it's all about, okay, when you die, everything will be set back at 0.
Oh. Will be everything is ceased at death. ตายศูนย์
Yeah.
Right. So the first one, atta belongs to humans and animals. So when humans and animals die, it's just that's it.
Die. That's it.
Oh, okay. No next life. Next, the celestial beings with form who consume coarse food. What?
อาหารหยาบ
Celestial beings are like devas and
True.
brahmas. Okay. Next one, the atta is celestial beings with form who are mentally created, like from imagination.
Yeah. In Thai ตนที่เป็นของทิพย์มีรูปสำเร็จจากไป so
Okay.
อ่า
Number 4, the atta in the realm of infinite space,
ตนที่เป็นอากาศนันจา
akasa-nanjayatana, they think that's the real
there's a
atta.
zero yeah
Oh, if they reach that level, and if
they believe that
you
is
if you
zero
become akasa-nanjayatana and you die,
อืม
and that's it.
yeah you
Basically, you reach nibbana.
because it's อากาศส
Akat.
ภาวะ same as ปัญญติอนิพพาน but actually
Ah,
yeah it's different
it's not.
but
It's
it's
not.
not but
Yeah.
by the คุณสมบัติ by the quality itself
Okay.
yeah
Next one, the realm of infinite consciousness or vinyananja yatana.
อืม
So if you reach that
so
level, then if you
so
die,
they
that's it.
they believe that the arupa brahma
Mm-hmm.
it's zero it's
Akincanya jatana as well, and neva sanyana
yeah it's
sanya
zero
yatana as
yeah
well.
อืม
Okay. So
because
wrong.
they can't because they don't know they can't feel it they feel like oh it's arupa and
But
it's
we
the end
know from the previous slides that we need rupa to attain sotapanna. Sotapatimmakkhachita is inside of Hatayavatu. It's
true
part of Hatayavatu
true
37, right? So we need rupa.
and the last one
Yay. Okay, so last one is called.
last one เขาปัญจทิฏฐธรรมนิพพานวาททิฏฐิ
Yeah. So these are the views that define the present moment nibbana incorrectly.
yes
So they define nibbana as in these terms. So number 1 is full enjoyment using the 5 sensual
กามอสุขานิ
pleasures.
การโยก
Kamakuna.
กาม
Yeah.
คุณกามคุณ
Uh-huh.
yes
So no.
so the highest like happiness from kamakun
That's still
is
in
the
Kama
nibbana
Vachara, right?
yeah
Number 2, the belief that nibbana is the mastery of the first jhana, paramachana,
ปัทม
in
ฌาน
Sutanta, right?
อื
The
ม
second one, the belief, or the third one is the mastery of second jhana. If you reach second jhana, you reach nibbana, which is wrong, right?
yeah
Because you can still go to you can attain all these jhanas,
Brahma
first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, but you cannot reach nibbana if
because they feel that the feelings of entering the chana it's
Lokiya
already
jhana, yeah,
it's already like it's somanat it's
yeah,
good already so they
Lokiya
thought
jhana.
that okay maybe this condition is nibbana
But
so it's
interestingly, if you have this belief, you won't be able to attain rupa jhana
yes
because these are wrong
because
beliefs.
all of this is miccha titti
Mm.
titti 62
All right.
So
So
yeah, we classified in many categories, and it's easier for everyone to uh, review because it's been separate into two groups, and these two groups have their own beliefs, right?
so that's it in a nutshell for Michha Titi
Yes.
62. Very important if you want to attain Sotapanna.
Yeah.
We must be able to eliminate all these akusalas here in this slide, as you can see. All right, and Titi does play a big role at the Sotapanna level.
Okay, so pahana titti, right? Manokam micha titti, right? So all in all, it's all about the revision. All in all, it's all about the rough meaning of the titti, right?
Yep.
So if you still have this kind of belief or your thoughts still believe in something in that in this kind of michati as we refer to, so go back and sikaya, go back and make sure that dhamma you have sikha is profound enough, kampira enough. So these are the things that we would like to present today.
All right. Thank you. Do you have any questions or any input? Please feel free to turn on your microphone. Any questions?
And also the things that we compile here it's from the other source of the information out there, right? And actually if you would like to recite the sota patimakha ongkun pahana, So we have all of this, okay, in Makati already. So it's the same thing. And if you would like to learn more in terms of the Makati language, please recite, as we recite very regularly. Okay.
So hopefully, all of us, don't have any false beliefs as we mentioned today in Miccha TT 62.
Let's check the message in the box
Mhm.
inbox. Yeah. Chat.
Oh yes, Sangamita will share the
Yeah, we'll share
PowerPoint
our
slide with you.
PowerPoint slide.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. So no questions, right? Thank you and Anumotana everybody. Let's pay respect to the Buddha. มหาพิวาทาพุทธวจนะจตุราสีติธรรมขันธาสหัสสานิวิสติอริยมรรควิสติสามัญญพลังเอกานิพพานากิปาพิญญาโดยเฉพาะในโพธิการนี้เถิดสาธุสาธุสาธุนาวุติอุปาณิธิพันธาอนุโมทามิ Yeah, Satu. Yeah, it was a bit hard today. But
yeah, because it's in details of the titi, and actually you can really go back and look at the meaning in Hindi by yourself. So just Pramachala Sutta, there are 62 titi, and this one you have to really understand. But if you comfortable with it, so it's not that difficult. Just to make sure that Buddha paved a path. What should you believe, what you should not. So in order to enter the Sotapanna, all of this titi has to be eliminated, right?
yeah, you don't have to you can memorize the names of these TT, but at least read through them once and let
Check, yeah.
let the inside the Hathayawa to manage everything by itself. At least you are familiar with the terms. Yeah. So don't feel overwhelmed by all the terms today.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
อนุโมทนาธรรมจริยะทุกท่านนะคะ
นะครับ
สาธุสาธุสาธุ
สาธุ
นวุติอุปาณิธิพันธาอนุโมทามิ
สาธุสาธุสาธุนะ
สา
วุ
ธุ
ฒิภา
ค่ะ สาธุสาธุสาธุนวุติปณิธิพันธานโมทามิค่ะ